Hi, Judy from Witchpeace Craft. Welcome to today's video, my Crazy Beanie Festival and launch of my new make-along at the end of the video, a mini make-along. So, the Crazy Beanie Festival, how did it come about? Last week, out of the blue, I sold 2 beanies out of my Etsy shop. I hadn't had sales since last August, and within a matter of hours I sold 2 beanies, and I realized I only had a couple of beanies in my Etsy shop. So I thought, oh well, I'll knit up a few and put some beanies back in my Etsy shop. So I went in search of yarn from my yarn stock, wasn't buying new yarn, and patterns, possibly free patterns on Ravelry or wherever I could find them. So I have some finished objects. I have 4 finished beanie objects I'm going to share with you, and then I'm going to launch a new mini make along that I hope you join in, because it should be lots of fun. And if you're new to the channel, please watch the video to the end and join in the make along. It is fun, and I think this one will be a lot of fun. Okay, let's get started. Finished object number 1 was the beanie called J. This one I found on Ravelry. It's designed by E. I sort of thought that was a little different when I read the pattern, fairly easy to follow, and I went in search of yarn stock. And I found, and I'd forgotten about it, was some ice yarn that Cairns from South Australia sent to me, and I thought, I'm going to give that a go because it's a 4/8 and it suits the pattern, so off I went. The ice yarn is, and I have to read notes because there's so much of it, Bon Tweed 4/8, and my model's head's a little small, but here it is, Bon Tweed in the J beanie, slouchy beanie. Now this, you knit so long, fold over, pick up the stitches, so the brim is actually folded and knitted to it. And it's turned out really nice. And this yarn is not that bad to knit with. It was really easy to knit with. And I think it looks really good for beanie number 1. And I use 4.5mm Chigu knitting needles for this one. So that is beanie number 1, J. And that will be going in my Etsy shop. So beanie number 2. This is one, I'll put it on the male head because it's a male beanie. I really wanted to make, but I messed it up. So I thought, looking through the beanies that I have on there and I haven't had for a while, I needed to make like a male fishing beanie, like this one that has the brim that they can roll up over the ears if they want to. And I thought this would be a perfect fishing beanie. And I used, and I can't find it now, that'll be right, here it is. I used 50/50 4 Seasons Spotlight yarn. This is 50% wool, 50% acrylic, and it's really soft. It's not bad actually, and it's really easy to work with. The pattern is called Soldier Hat Beanie on Ravelry, and you can donate them. If you knit them in black, you can donate them to different soldiers. I'm not getting into the politics of war and soldiers. It just was a really good pattern, and yes, free on Ravelry. What's wrong with my beanie? There's nothing wrong with the pattern, and when I finished it, I didn't think there was anything wrong and because I know there's a mistake inside. Don't tell me, I don't know what I did there, but somehow I made a mistake. So this one won't be going into Ravelry. Ulia's son goes fishing, and I said to her I'll bring it into work. She's coming in Monday, another story, and she can take it home, and if he wants it for fishing, he can have it, or she can give it to a charity shop. But I made a mistake, but I would do that pattern again. I didn't want to do black because black's really hard on my eyes, and I knit at night when I can't be bothered doing anything else. So that was beanie number 2. I forgot to say beanie number 1 consisted of, and it's really hard to read. Did I write it down? No. It's 10% silk, 30% wool, 20% acrylic, 15% cotton, and 25% polyamide. So this Bonbon tweed is a real mix of fibers. So beanie number 3. I'll put it on the lady head because it's possibly not so much unisex colouring, but you never know. Sorry about this. I've only got a couple of model heads I use. So this is beanie number 3. This is my standard slouch beanie I freehand and I make. Ta-da! Has a reasonably sized brim on it. As I said, she is a small head. It's a pretty standard size. Yet again, 4.5 millimeter. That's the needles I have used for all these beanies. 4.5 millimeter Shigu needles. This yarn is a combination of yarns. So I held 2 yarns together. Sorry, I'm all over the place. If you remember the yarn I was given by one of my associates at work, it is this yarn. There was quite a bit of this. They're 25 gram balls. And I was talking to Reeves and he said, why not match it up with that? And at first I went, but that's how it turned out, holding 2 yarns together. And I think that's really nice. Now, this is opal sock yarn, 75% wool, 25% polyamide. Been in my yarn stock for a number of years, so it was good to use some of that up. And the lamb's wool, they say it's 8 ply, but it's really quite thin. And it's called lamb's hair, 8 ply double knit. Can't really see where. I know it's from New Zealand. So it's 40% lamb's wool, 20% mohair, 40% acrylic. And the mohair is what gives it that little fluffy halo. But this one's going to go in my Etsy shop. I think it turned out really nice holding the 2 yarns together. And at first, when I didn't think the colours complemented, they actually do when you knit them together. So that was beanie number 3. I said it was a beanie festival. I did go a little nuts. I only planned to make a couple, and I ended up making 4. So this is the last one I finished last night. I'll put it on the head. This is one I have made before. It is called, I'll just hold it like that. It's free on Ravelry, Hill 60. And I thought this was a good male beanie for fishing, camping, always looking for something men will wear. And I have sold some in the past. I've sold this pattern before. So this was leftover 8. Well, no, I don't think it was 4 weight. It was pretty thick, like a 10 ply wool. And there was almost a full ball, but no ball band. So I can't tell you what it is, but it is nice. And I made the hilltop beanie in this colour. I still think that's a good colour for guys. I still think they would wear that. It's got a huge brim you can fold up, fold down. Like it's a 2x2 rib brim, and then you go to 5, which gives it a bit of a different look to the soldier's beanie, which is 2x2. So yeah, that is my 4 beanies. 3 will go into my Etsy shop. 1 will be gifted to a friend or charity, because I know you can't tell the mistakes there unless you look on the inside, but I know it's there and it bugs me, so I can't very well sell it. And that is my finished objects for my crazy beanie week. But then I had a brainstorm. I'll be back in a minute. So I told you I had a brainstorm and my brain exploded. I decided we could have a mini make-along, and I'm going to call it, and I've got a hashtag somewhere, Novelty Beanie Fest AU. Hashtag Novelty Beanie Fest AU. So how does it work? You make a novelty beanie, whether it's crochet or knit. Now this is my novelty ugly hat beanie, brain. This is a free pattern somewhere. It's knitted. and I made it a few years ago, and occasionally I bring it out when I think my brain is on fire. I have to take it off because I'm a bit hot. Another novelty beanie I've made, which is Things. Now this was a lot of work. I cut out the Guinness can fronts. He drinks Guinness in a can, and I made him his own novelty Guinness hat, which he'll wear with his shirt, Guinness shirt on St. Patrick's Day. He loves his Guinness hat. But trust me, it was crocheting around those metal. They're very flexible, but I did cut myself a few times. Another novelty beanie I made, which is quite popular. I haven't made any for ages. I got sick of making them because they were popular. I just put it on this little child's head the right way. This is a knitted beanie I've made. I don't know. It's a Christmas beanie, and it's a plum pudding beanie for a child. I haven't put that on there very well with a rolled brim. So the reason it is popular, and I should probably make more, and I forgot I had this one, is because you can roll the brim up depending on the size of the child, and it's a plum pudding. So 3 novelty beanies I have made, and I thought starting today, and look at my hair, it's now hat head, we would have a novelty beanie vest make along. So basically, knitted or crochet, you make a novelty beanie. Not a standard beanie with ears. I want you to put a bit of creative effort into it. Make something a little different, a little unique, and yeah, challenge your creativity for a novelty beanie, whether it be a Christmas beanie, a Thanksgiving beanie, an Easter beanie, anything that's novelty. Just put a bit more effort into it than a normal beanie. It's open worldwide to everybody. You must be over the age of 18 years per YouTube policies. Rules and things will be in the description below. So starting today, we will start our novelty beanie. And you have quite a while, because there are a few beanies out there that will take a bit of work and a bit of time if you want to make them. And I'm going to close it on June 30th, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Australia. I'm going to give away 2 prizes sometime on the 1st of July, depending on when I can record a video. They will be gift vouchers or something similar, mainly because it's so confusing to send things to, if someone in the USA wins it with the tariffs, because it's all over the place. Depends on the product, the country of origin, so it's just easier. My birthday giveaway was the lady in America who won it, and we agreed to put $25 into her PayPal account, and she went and bought some of Crystal's Mary Maxim tonal, I think yarn it is, designed by Crystal from Bag a Day. And I'm over the moon about that, because she gets to buy something she really wants to try and have a go at. See, if I buy you an Amazon voucher, depending on what you pick, you could be hit with tariffs. So we'll see. Whoever wins the 2 prizes, we will work something out to send you a $25 gift that you can use for yarny goodness. What else have I got written down? What I'd like you to do is make your beanie and send me photos, so I can give me permission to do a slideshow on YouTube. I'm going to put all the photos together and let Reeves and Thing have a look, and then they can nominate which they think are the best ones. The prize winner for one will be whichever they decide gets the majority votes. The second one will be picked at random for a participant. So yeah, this time it's a bit of a challenge. You've got to put some effort in and have some fun. Now in the description below, I'll put a list of some of the novelty beanies I've checked out you can have a look at. It can be a free pattern, it can be a paid for pattern, it can be a tutorial. Crystal at Bag a Day has some great tutorials. She had a Christmas tree hat. I didn't actually make a hat, I turned it into a tea cozy, but she's got a Christmas tree hat, she's got a turkey hat, and she's got the most incredible St. Patrick's Day hat that would take forever. There's so much detail on that. I've seen the brain hat. There's fish hats. There's paid for patterns on on Etsy you can buy. Entirely up to you what you want to do. It just has to be knitted and crochet, and it has to be a novelty beanie, not just say a standard beanie and you add ears to make it a cat. You know, put some effort into the face. I think it's Pamela at Adoring Crochet. I have her cat hat pattern that I bought quite a while back. Maybe that's what I'll be making. Anyway, guys, I just thought we'd have a bit of a fun make along. Do something a little different. The weather's cooler here. I know it's warming up in the Northern Hemisphere, but making a beanie isn't that much hot work. And it's up to you how much creative effort you put into it. You can use any yarn, any colors. Just make sure you put a bit of effort, maybe even come up with your own design. I've often thought, would I do like a crazy garden beanie and design it myself? Who knows? I say stay tuned and see what I get stuck into making for my Novelty Beanie Fest AU make along. I hope you jump in and have some fun. I hope there's been a novelty beanie that's tickled your fancy and you thought, I wouldn't mind making that for someone, because there's always someone you know that's crazy enough to wear it on a special day. You could make a birthday cake beanie. Wouldn't that be fun for someone who's turning 40, 50, 60, or 70, which I'm getting close to. Anyway, guys, remember, open worldwide to participate. You can also post pictures if you want to in the Facebook group. You can join the Facebook group and let me see what you're up to. But a novelty beanie, because after all, I had my brain explosion. I have made this a few times. You'll never guess who. For medical professionals, especially psychiatrists. I've made a couple for psychiatrists. I don't know why they like the brain beanie, but apparently they wear it when they're counseling people. That's a bit of an interesting fact for you. There you go. Until next time, get your creative brain going and come up with your novelty beanie. Let me know in the comments below which of my 4 beanies for my Etsy shop that you liked, or 3 that are going in the Etsy shop. Which was your favorite in the comments below. Stay safe, stay well, and have some fun being a little crazy making a beanie. Bye for now.